Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here again, giving another update on some of the storms that we have this evening. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for the metro Atlanta area. So we're going to watch this storm continue to move off to the east at a pretty good pace. This is going to be until about 11:15 p.m. tonight, and it is going to then continue to shift off to the east, heading towards Lawrenceville, Covington, kind of along that I-20 corridor. Notice some other communities that are within this severe thunderstorm warning. Look down towards Union City. That's where we have another spot that could have some strong to damaging winds with it as well. There's also a lot of heavy rain located within this. So I've got my Facebook updated right here, where I can answer some of your questions. Of course, we're not just live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, the 11 Alive app, and 11alive.com. But on Facebook, I can answer some of y'all's questions. So if you don't follow us already on Facebook, 11 Alive, go ahead and follow us. We would be happy to keep you updated on this storm and answer some of y'all's questions as we continue to track this storm. So right now, East Point, Union City, Atlanta, right into the metro, we have the possibility for stronger winds. Let's take a look at where some of those stronger winds are at this moment. Right now, seeing some stronger winds kind of right there west of Ben Hill. I'm going to name off some roads for you. Riverside Drive Southwest. We're seeing it over towards, let's see here, um, Demooney Road, over towards Cascade Road Southwest, Baker's Ferry Road, Riverside Parkway. Some of these stronger winds are moving through these areas right now. Moving over towards Center Hill, some of the stronger winds starting to arrive. A lot of heavy rain associated with this as well. Look at Bolton getting the heavy rain. Center Hill, downtown Atlanta hasn't even seen the heaviest of the rain yet. It's still heading in your way down towards Sylvan Hills. A lot of heavy rain still heading your way. And Union City, we haven't even seen the heaviest of the rain yet. So let's go ahead and put out a little bit of a timeline here on when the stronger storms are going to impact you. And let me go ahead and remove this timestamp at the lower part of your screen too. So here's a look at where the storms are going to be impacting next. Let me go ahead and pause this and draw a little bit of a timeline out for y'all. So, Fairburn, we're going to start to see the heavier rain and the stronger winds impact you once we get to around 10:57 p.m. Downtown Atlanta, going to be closer on to 10:59. We're 4 minutes away from the stronger winds and the heavier rain arriving there in downtown. College Park, we're looking at 11:01 p.m. So we still got about 5 minutes or so before the stronger winds arrive to you. Um, we have Forest Park at about 11:09, Tucker at 11:13, Stone Mountain area there east of Atlanta going to be around 11:15, and then it continues on to Rex. If you're in Rex, we're talking about strong winds and heavy rain possibly impacting you there by the time we get to about 11:21. Now, I'm checking Facebook right now. Remember, we can answer some of y'all's questions on Facebook. Please feel free to send questions in on Facebook, and we'd be happy to answer them for you. But that's where kind of the stronger winds and the heavier rain are going to be impacting here as we head throughout the next 30 minutes or so. Because remember, this severe thunderstorm warning only until 11:15 p.m. I wanted to hop on though and give everybody an update on this. If you're wondering, where's Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb? He's right now in the studio giving updates on WATL. So be sure to tune in and watch that. And he's about to be giving updates on WXIA as well. So we have all the updates coming in, treating you right on TV as well as on our digital platforms to keep you updated on any type of severe weather that we have possible again throughout tonight. Um, Again, very heavy rainfall associated with this. That's been the biggest impact for most of these storms as they've moved through. We haven't had much damage reports come in. There's only been one damage report here in North Georgia from a severe thunderstorm that we did have earlier up into Pickens County. Looking up into Pickens County, you see the thunderstorm wind damage. 5 to 7 trees were reported down in the Highway 136 connector area. We did have photos of that sent into us, and those have been shared on air. So you can find some of those photos also on our website, right on 11alive.com. But now, the only warning that you see, even all across the southeast, is really right over our region, right into Atlanta, where we have the stronger winds moving through. So the counties included within the severe thunderstorm warning. I've talked about how this is mainly Metro Atlanta down into Union City as well. Douglasville had some of these stronger winds a moment ago, but now Douglasville's on the quieter side of this. We have the counties of Clayton, Cobb, Douglas, Fulton, all within this severe thunderstorm warning, and DeKalb is included as well. So you may not see it there on the screen, but DeKalb is also included within this severe thunderstorm warning that is expected to continue until about 11:15 a.m. Seeing if there's any questions coming in. Harrison Page says strong winds and heavy rain right now in Central Hatchie. So yeah, we're seeing that right now on the radar too. So thank you so much for letting us know that. Again, if y'all see anything, no matter where you're at, go ahead and let us know what you're seeing. Are you having heavy rain? Is it just gusty winds out there? Are you hearing a lot of thunder? Are you seeing any damage in your area? Let us know, because we want to make sure that we can relay that information to other people who may have not been impacted by these storms just yet. Downtown Atlanta really seeing the heavy rain move in at this moment. And guys, I'm actually going to see if I can go ahead and bring up our tower cam as well to kind of show y'all what we're seeing out here as far as the conditions outside are concerned. And I just have to look up to see what I have to do to route it in here, because I can just route it into my system too. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. So I'm actually kind of running everything right here behind the scenes to make sure that we can have the best coverage for y'all as possible. And let me go ahead and plug up a look at our studios here in Midtown, where we kind of are already seeing a little bit of the heavy rain move in, as well as some of those stronger winds, and that's all going to continue again, kind of push off towards the east over the next 30 minutes or so. But right now, it's really coming down um, right here in Midtown. So there's a look at it. Kind of adding an extra box here. This is looking right into Midtown and downtown. You see the heavy rain moving through, a lot of gusty winds, and that's going to continue again to push on through here. So a closer look into downtown Atlanta. You see where the heavier rain has already arrived, passing that I 75 corridor, and then continuing to kind of move along the I 85 corridor as well. So, Midtown, Buckhead, it is just pouring down right now into downtown. It just started. Looking further on off towards the east, some areas that have not really seen the heavier rain just yet: Scottsdale, Glen Haven, Pine Lake, Stone Mountain. It hasn't even really started to rain too hard just yet. It's more light to moderate showers, but the heavier rain is coming. Um, Paul right now is saying, thanks for the continuous coverage. Heavy downpour in Alpharetta. Yeah, zooming out a little bit, showing our neighbors there up to the north here from where we're at in downtown Atlanta. Yeah, it has been coming down pretty heavy on up there towards Alpharetta. And going to continue here as we head throughout the next probably 15 to 30 minutes, and it'll calm down a lot. Timothy wondering about tequila, and the answer is, you still got some. You're saying, when will this will this hit Tequila, Georgia? And the answer is, yeah. I mean, we're all going to get hit by this heavier rain here. It just depends on what time it's going to hit you. As far as the severe storm, it's really just going to be down into Atlanta. Tequila, I think, is going to be a little bit further to the north, and you're going to miss out on this stronger to severe storm that right now is down into Atlanta, because Tequila, again, kind of up here closer on northeast of Lawrenceville. Uh, you're going to get the heavy rain, you're going to get the strong winds, but I don't think that it's going to be as strong up towards your area. Let's see what else is coming in here. Is the worst over for Douglasville? And Sandra, I do think so. Timothy says it got weaker here. Is the worst over for Dahlonega now? The answer is yes. Still calm near Wesley Chapel from Samantha. I'm hearing nothing right now in Jefferson, Georgia. All right. So I hope that answered some of y'all's questions. Feel free to keep sending them in, and I'm happy to answer some of those for you. Again, we've got a live look right here as to what it looks like in Midtown Atlanta, and you can see really coming down heavy. Not a great evening to be out on the roadways. If you can avoid being out on the roads, try to do that. So Forest Park about to see the heavier rain next. Again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. This does include Metro Atlanta. If you're just now joining us, we'll be staying on live here. As long as we have the severe thunderstorm warning, we are definitely going to be staying on live, keeping people updated. I see a question about Covington. Right now, Covington's pretty quiet. These storms will continue to weaken, Felicia, as they move east. So right now, you don't have much of a concern, but you will have that possibility for a strong storm probably within the next 45 minutes to the next hour. So you'll definitely want to keep a close eye on this as it continues to kind of move on off toward the east. So right now, not seeing any reports of damage from this severe thunderstorm. That's the good news. There has been a little bit of rotation within this storm, so that's important to note. But right now, no tornadoes have been observed, and obviously not seeing any tornado warnings on the screen. So that's not as big of a concern. It's mainly these stronger winds that we've had. So I'm running this back through. Right now we're looking at velocity. This is the winds within the storm. Reds are winds going towards the radar, um, rather away from the radar. Greens are coming towards. Excuse me, and you can see that some of our stronger winds have been through East Point, Sylvan Hills, stretching up to Druid Hills, La Vista. We've seen some strong winds, but I would say that the strongest part of the storm is probably the area going through East Point, Sylvan Hills, down to College Park, Cox's Crossing, Conley, Forest Park, Constitution. That's going to be where some of the stronger winds are going to be moving through. And that's where we have some very broad rotation. We're not seeing a tornado here, but this is a very broad rotation. Something we'll have to watch closely to see if we do get tighter rotation, that could end up being an issue. But right now, not as threatening. Something we still have to watch close. What about Noonan? I just saw a special weather statement. Timothy says, "Thanks. When severe weather hits, this is the number one place I go to. No problem." And then let's answer that question about Noonan. So moving on down to the south and west here to see a closer look at Noonan. It looks like for you that you're still getting a lot of heavy rain. Looks like the heaviest rain just arrived in Noonan. And let's check velocity for winds. And it looks like there are some strong winds west of Noonan. Not within the severe realm as of right now, but something we'll have to watch closely as these storms do move east. But thankfully, again, nothing severe for Noonan at the moment. Timothy wants to know how cold it will be tomorrow. When you wake up, it's going to be 30s and 40s across the region. We move into the afternoon, we only rise into the 40s and 50s. So much cooler as we head throughout the day there tomorrow. And it will be a lot more sunshine too. So that's important to note. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be beautiful, just a little bit on the cool side. Something else to remember is we're starting off tomorrow with very windy conditions. Take a look at the wind advisory that we have until 7 a.m. 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds overnight, gust up to 35 miles per hour, up to 45 mile per hour wind gusts up into the mountains. So that could bring down a few trees, especially with the heavy rain that we've already had in some spots where the ground starts to soften up a little bit. Taking a look actually at how much rain we've had in some areas, you'll see that some spots have picked up more than 1 to even more than 2 inches of rain, maybe mainly up towards Rome, Georgia, and into far north Georgia, where you're seeing some of those purples. That's where we've seen up to nearly 2 inches of rain. Some spots, again, even more than that. So really heavy rain tonight, as expected. And some spots that haven't seen as much rain, like Athens down towards Macon, you're going to get your chance for heavy rain. Don't worry. And Gainesville, Georgia, where Lynn is watching from, you're going to get a little bit more heavy rain as well. And you may start to see some of those stronger storms at the moment which you are. Gainesville, Georgia, just saw actually some of those stronger storms move through. Nothing severe there in Gainesville, thank goodness, but we did have a lot of heavy rain and some stronger winds. For the rest of tonight, Lynn, it is going to be quieter. We're going to have a little bit of light to moderate rain, and then it's going to be much quieter when you wake up tomorrow morning. So, Lynn, if you're wondering, yes, it may still be heavy in some spots there for Gainesville, but over the next 15 minutes, things are going to really quiet down for you. The only severe thunderstorm warning that we have right now, not just for us, but again, taking a wider look at things, the only severe thunderstorm warning we have right now is going to be into Metro Atlanta, where we have this stronger storm that is passing through. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City was kind of looking at this, and they said that may end up being severe. Let's go ahead and warn it to make sure everyone's aware and can stay safe. Brittany saying, thanks for staying live with us and keeping us informed. No problem, Brittany. So I'll be staying on, by the way, all the way through this warning. Still no reports of any damage. I'm watching the National Weather Service chat here to way that we all stay informed with each other. And I'm not seeing any reports of damage. That's the great news. Hopefully that continues. You know, we don't want any problems, especially with power outages or anything like that. And we don't want anybody out on the roadways. That's something important that I want to relay to y'all. It's best that nobody's out on the roads right now because not only is this the possibility of damaging wind, we also have the really heavy rainfall that could lead to some localized flooding. And you don't want to put yourself in danger because then you're not just putting yourself in danger. That means that first responders may have to come out and help you, and then that puts them in danger. So just remember that too. Timothy's saying that the one in Gainesville looks like it's bowing out. Yeah, I noticed that too, Timothy. It did look like that storm was bowing out just a little bit. Um, you can kind of see what he's talking about here as I move on up here to Gainesville. I got to zoom out just a little bit to see where I'm at. I think I went too far northeast. I did. Um, Gainesville, right here is what he's talking about, kind of moving down. I guess that's Highway 129. There is a little bit of a bowing out there. Nothing too significant. Let's hope that calms down, right? But nothing severe within that. But I noticed that too, Timothy. Brittany wants to know if there's any lightning. And you know, I do have the lightning product turned on with our radar, and we're not really seeing that in North Georgia. Sorry for the fast movements there on the radar, guys. But we're not seeing that too much in North Georgia. Down towards Alexander City, Alabama, kind of east of Sylacauga there, they are seeing a lot of lightning, but again, not really much for our region. This thunderstorm activity is really just strong winds and heavy rain as it moves through. Lynn says, thank you. No problem, Lynn. And I'm not seeing any other comments coming, but guys, again, send your questions my way. We're answering questions on Facebook, but it's important to remember we're not just live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube right now, keeping everybody informed. And if you don't already have a subscription to 11 Alive on YouTube, go ahead and do it. You can subscribe to the 11 Alive page on YouTube for free. So subscribe to our not just page, rather channel on YouTube, and you can get updates on news and weather all the time, just like you can get on the 11 Alive app. If you don't have the 11 Alive app yet, every single time we go live on these live updates, you just download it, and then you will get alerts whenever there's not just severe warnings for your area, but whenever there's some important news events happening, you will get updates to keep you updated on everything news and weather across the area. So get the app. You know, you can find us online and then also through YouTube and Facebook. We're live on all those platforms right now, and we're also live on TV. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb live on TV this evening, giving you updates on these storms as they pass through. And Brittany's wondering, do you think it's going to get bad in Henry County? And you know, the answer is, you know, we all have the chance for some strong storms tonight. As far as Henry County is concerned, that's going to be a little bit further on off towards the east, so not going to be as high as a chance, but know that it will still be possible. So I'm going to zoom on down to Henry County, and you can see that the storms haven't quite gotten to you. Still have a while to go. But again, as we head throughout tonight, as it gets later and later, the chance for severe weather will be going down. Timothy said we had the wind shake my house earlier. Yeah, it has been strong winds at times. So the severe thunderstorm warning still expected to continue for the next 2 minutes here, y'all. And I'm going to continue to stay live with y'all as long as this warning is still in place. If you're just now joining us, we had this severe thunderstorm warning that was issued by the National Weather Service. I'm looking into some stuff that the National Weather Service is putting out right now. They say that the storm, it looks like it's looking less impressive, and they're going to allow the warning to expire and just put out just kind of a regular update with the storm later on down the line. So that will be for DeKalb and Clayton counties. So, y'all, we're going to continue to keep an eye on things here behind the scenes, of course. Something that you need to remember is it's been really heavy rainfall here. I mean, we've been keeping an eye on things right here with our tower cam located in Midtown, looking through downtown Atlanta, or really, we're kind of looking more towards Buckhead and in this shot. But you can see the heavy rain out on the roadways. You can see a few people driving around. It's damp. It's better to just stay in this evening. We may end up with a few power outages here and there as we head throughout tonight. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. We do have a full weather team staffed in for tonight to keep everybody updated throughout the evening, and we'll continue to keep y'all in the know on what's happening as these storms continue to move through. So heavy rain and wind right now in Buford. Will this calm down after this main line? Tiffany, the answer is yes. I mean, we are going to really see things quiet down as we head throughout these next few hours here. Um, that is behind this main line. You see that it's still showing a level 2 for Northwest Georgia. That's just because that's the last time the Storm Prediction Center issued a warning for, or not a warning, is rather issued an outlook, excuse me, for this system. So honestly, a lot of these spots, they're already done with the severe weather threats for tonight. So that main line, as it passes through, quieter conditions behind it. And let me go ahead and circle some areas here to let y'all know where I think quieter conditions will move in. So behind this line, you're done with the severe threat. Everything is done for you other than a little bit of light to moderate shower activity. If you're out ahead of this line, though, you still have some strong storms to go. The possibility for strong storms, that is. You still have some heavy rain at least, and also some gusty winds. And don't forget, y'all, that wind advisory will continue as we make our way throughout tonight. So the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire from the National Weather Service. I haven't seen any reports of damage come in, and hopefully that continues to stay that way and make our way throughout tonight. Of course, we continue to have a full staff in house here at 11 Alive, keeping everybody updated on the storms tonight. We have a crew out in the Thunder truck at the moment. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb's in house, as well as meteorologists Melissa Nord and Nicole Hartford and myself. We're all in house keeping people updated on these storms. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. We'll continue to keep you updated on these storms throughout tonight. And if I see the need for us to hop back on, if we see more severe warnings issued, I will be sure to hop on and keep everybody updated on these storms. Have a wonderful evening. Try to stay dry out there, and make sure you keep those mobile devices charged so you can get alerts whenever you're on the go. Be sure to turn on 11 Alive right now, because again, we have live coverage continuing for now. And then also make sure that you download the 11 Alive app, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can get all of our news and weather updates whenever you're on the go. Great places to get information. And then, of course, we're on Facebook too, so be sure to like us on Facebook. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll continue to keep you updated on everything right here at 11 Alive.